Ladies and gentlemen, there are certain flaws in the 13th Amendment as we understand through our research. But these flaws can be improved as pointed out by the research itself. So, as my first speaker pointed out, abolishing the 13th Amendment is an extreme measure. Yes, sir.
So, if you amend an amendment, won't the original amendment become null and void?
No, sir. The answer to your question, sir, the 16th Amendment is an improvement to the 13th Amendment. So it can be done, sir. So ladies and gentlemen, let us go into detail as how to rectify this problem. Number one, improving the Article 154B so that the governor could be elected by the people of the province through an election as opposed to appointed by the president, and thereby creating a better representation to the people of the province. Yes, sir.
Exactly my point, sir. When you amend the 13th Amendment, it will no longer be the 13th Amendment anymore. Your only option is to abolish it or stick to it.
The 13th Amendment has been improved to 16th Amendment, but still we call it as the 13th Amendment. So it can be done, sir. And the improved number 2, devolve more power to Chief Minister and Board of Ministers and other stakeholders. And number 3, eliminating the restriction for land and land settlements in the Provincial Council list by altering Appendix 2 of the 9th schedule. Yes, sir.
Sir, instead of improving on all of these flaws, wouldn't it be easier to actually go for meaningful devolution?
Ladies and gentlemen, even the proposition pointed out only few flaws of the 13th Amendment, and we are reforming, improving on those few flaws, sir. Yes, sir.
So you yourself pointed out a lot of flaws, yes, because you are principally agreeing to our stance, saying that look, there are problems in the 13th Amendment and we should go about trying to amend the amendment and try to bring about a solution. And we believe this is not a solution for you, because at the end of the day it will no longer be the 13th Amendment, sir.
Sir, we have done our research, sir, and all our reference material we presented you have clear-cut statements that saying that the 13th Amendment should be improved, so we don't have to prove that point, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, the 4th improvement, make necessary changes to the 3 lists, namely Provincial Council list, Reserve list, Concurrent list, to devolve more power and decision-making authority to the provinces. For an instance, yes, sir.
So could you please justify to the House why improving the system would be better than going for a new system?
Because, sir, we have gone through this system for more than 20 years and we know its flaws, sir, and we know its flaws, we can improve upon it, sir. That is why we propose an improvement. Yes, sir.
So without improving, we can bring about a new system which gives meaningful devolution to these promises, without actually going out there and trying to amend an amendment which has been already proven to be structurally and irretrievably flawed.
Ladies and gentlemen, they did not bring out a proper system. They said we should make it an autonomy. But ladies and gentlemen, why bring a new system while we can improve the present existing system we have? And so, ladies and gentlemen, such changes as proposed by research recommendations will count significantly in the development of Sri Lanka. Yes, sir.
So what exactly was the objective of the 13th Amendment?
Sir, to give an answer to the ethnic problems and give a regional identity, sir.
So has the 13th Amendment achieved its objective?
Sir, as we said before, we were at a war, sir. So we are in a post-war situation now, sir. We can implement it and take the results, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, if needed, further discussions could be held to improve the 13th Amendment as we move forward. And we should also keep in our minds that the 13th Amendment speaks for the rights of the Tamil-speaking Sri Lankans by having Tamil as an official language. And with the abolishment of the 13th Amendment, there goes the rights of the Tamil-speaking citizens. So, ladies and gentlemen, looking at all these facts, let us clearly understand that the 13th Amendment could be utilized to achieve the goals of sustainable peace and sustainable development. However, abolishing it and bringing in a new solution may cost and push the country towards further confusion. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us be practical and understand that extreme steps such as abolishing the 13th Amendment are redundant measures. Thank you.
With the conclusion of the face-off round, we're ready to present to both the proposition and the opposition a chance to receive a third-party opinion, a change of strategy or a change of tactics. This advice would prove crucial in whether these teams would proceed on towards the grand finale. And while the teams decide to consult their coaches, we're ready to take a very short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The teams have consulted their coaches. Needless to say, the intensity is building up. We're ready to move on to round 3, one of the most challenging rounds thus far. And let me now invite the representative from the proposition, Virendra Gunasekara. Virendra, are you ready to announce to us what your selections have been?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Sachitra, Umair, and Abdul.
Opposition, you may now begin.
So, according to you, we should be looking at the skies after abolishing the 13th Amendment. So, what is the more devoluted new solution you are presenting, sir?
So our solution is to give self-determination and autonomy to those devolved regional units so that they can take decisions on their own regarding their own province without the central government interfering, as we see in the current scenario.
In which way are you proposing this, sir?
Look, sir, it is not side propositions burned to give you the nitty-gritties of the new amendment, but we have given you a clear outline and we need proper meaningful devolution devolved into those units.
So you are proposing the abolishment of 13th Amendment and you are just taking it out of the pocket and you are leaving, sir. So is this okay? Your duty is half done, sir. You are leaving the big question of what do we do next. Yeah, sir, if you are proposing an alternative, propose it in a alternative manner, sir.
So why don't you hand me a piece of pen and a paper and I'll draft an entire constitution and just hand it over to you in 2 or 3 minutes, because we can't do that, and we've given you an alternative, and that is to bring about proper meaningful devolution to Sri Lanka so that the minorities' voices will be properly heard and that we'll be taking governance closer to the people. Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, in an autonomous solution which they are proposing will give independence to each and every region. So keep in mind, this is the post-war situation, and like in this new autonomous states, where is the infrastructure, where is the human resource that we need to implement in this autonomous states, sir?
Sir, all the resources that we need are there in the provinces, but given the current system, we cannot use those resources properly, and that is exactly why we need to devolve more power into those provinces. Yes, sir.
In order to use those resources, is abolishing the 13th Amendment only solution, sir?
Yes, sir. As I stated before, 2 of our speakers told you why the 13th Amendment is so structurally and irretrievably flawed to the root, and that is exactly why we need to remove it and come up with a new system which gives more meaningful devolution to our country.
Sir, so
Yes.
more devolution is possible with few key changes. So, we can achieve the goal through it. So, what have you to say on that?
So on a first level of analysis, you are principally agreeing to the proposition, and ladies and gentlemen, when the opposition agrees with the proposition's principle, we win the debate. It's quite simple as that. On the second level of analysis, you yourself brought out a lot of flaws in the 13th Amendment when you are supposed to defend the 13th Amendment, ladies and gentlemen, and you are coming up here and saying, look, we'll amend all the problems in the 13th Amendment, and there you have it, problem solved, because you can't do it, sir.
So we admit the fact that there are flaws in the 13th Amendment, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to abolish the 13th Amendment. If the problem, if the solution you are suggesting will give the end result as same as improve upon the 13th Amendment, what's the use of abolishing the 13th Amendment, ladies and gentlemen?
Sir, if you try to amend the existing 13th Amendment, at the end of the day, the original 13th Amendment, which you are supposed to defend right now, will be null and void, and you will have a completely new amendment, which is exactly our solution, and you are principally agreeing with the proposition, sir. And that is quite unethical of our opposition to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if the 16th Amendment could significantly improve upon the 13th Amendment by making Tamil as a legislative language, then why can't we make similar significant improvements into the 13th Amendment, sir?
Sir, the 13th Amendment itself states that the Tamil has become an official language in Sri Lanka, and it is not given in the 16th Amendment or whatsoever. But ladies and gentlemen, we believe by giving proper devolution to those provinces, we believe that all the languages in those specific provinces will become official to those provinces, because devolution, true meaningful devolution, looks into specific nitty-gritty such as language and so on and so forth. Yes, sir.
And if you are saying that we have enough resources at the present and capability to bring a new system into Sri Lanka, sir, why don't we use this very resources, very research and solutions to improve on what we have at the moment, sir? Why go for an extreme solution, a total overhaul, sir?
Sir, again, why are you agreeing with the principles of the proposition? The opposition is supposed to defend their own stance and not agree with what the proposition says. We stand for meaningful devolution, and you come up here and say, look, we are supposed to defend the 13th Amendment, but look, here are all the flaws in the 13th Amendment, so we are going to amend it, and there you have it, problem solved. Yes, sir.
So, you say, now, abolish the 13th Amendment, and we want more devolution of power. But how?
So you give more devolution of power. Simple as that. You amend the 13th Amendment.
Please be practical in your stance.
So I am being as practical as I can because I can't give you a complete amendment, and we have been quite clear with our solution.
Ladies and gentlemen, in an autonomous state, one of the key factors is that the state should earn their own revenue. Now, taking unequal distribution of resources in Sri Lanka, sir, where is the capability, like, let's say, for our state to generate its own revenue, sir?
When there is no guarantee that any new solution can work, and when there is ample evidence, as we presented, and that 13th Amendment can work, why do you want to abolish 13th Amendment?
Let me now invite the representative from the opposition for the rapid fire round, Sajid Vijay Sekara, to tell us about his selection. Sajid, you could now announce your selections.
We're selecting Gihan, Oshada and Lituman.